Hi. Good afternoon. Welcome. This is Joan's Sewing Room. I am starting a new quilt, as you can see. It is, I know I talked about it before I left on my trip. And I know it's not squares. Well, actually it is squares, but it's squares that's made into look like daisies. Now, my niece that I'm making the quilt for, she wanted dark orange and red. So I wanted to do it also like a traditional, contemporary conditional, whatever, a little modern thrown in. And so I decided to go with flowers instead of squares. When I come across a pattern, I was working on a pattern, a block form pattern, but it just wasn't gelling with me for some reason. I guess I'm just not there this month for that. I don't know. But when I'm designing a quilt, it all has to come together and it all has to feel good. And this is making me feel good. And it can be used year round. And this is the colors that she has in her living room. I thought I would add some geometric patterns to it too, to give it a little modern or feel to it. So I am going to be, anyway, I want to put an orange background on the back of it. And this is the orange that I'm going to use. It's going to be a throw size. See if you can see that color. A throw size, and which is, it's going to be 50 by 60. That's the pattern size. So each one of these blocks are going to be 10 by 11, or by the time it's all sewn together, it should be close to 10. So I've come up with, to get this pattern, I've come up with a design. And this is it. Hopefully it won't fly off my paper. And I don't know if you can see that because I basically have cut them all out and lay them all together to make a 10-inch square, 10 by 10 or 10 by 11 depending. And so this is what the piece looks like. I've put them together, so this is the piece it's going to look like. That's how it is. And it's going to be 4 pieces. And it actually goes this direction. So this is a square here. And then I have a half of a square here. And then I have these white, off-white. So, and that's what these are right here. If you look at each one of these flowers, that is the actual pattern of this. And by laying these all in the direction of the pattern, which I will do here for you so you can see. And let me find the way it goes. Like so. And let me pin it down so it doesn't fall when I go to stand it up for you. Let's see, maybe I can just hook it on with these. Still dealing with a cold. But I'll tell you, I'm glad to be home. all the whole time I was vacationing. I know I'm not a fun person to vacation with, but I want to go home. I want to go home. I like being home, and I like creating. Okay. Let's see. I like to be home, and I like to be creating. Okay, so here's the pattern. What? That didn't stay on there very well, did it? Let me fix that one again. So I had to be a little creative here with this design because I wanted to get the white in too, right? These white pieces. So that's what I came up with. And then on the outside up here at the top will be white, like an inch border of white, and then there'll be a block in each corner. So that that will be the complete square. And so then I put these up here. Oh, come on, don't start that. I guess I gotta pin it better. Pin it down better. So this will be the start. I first sewed the flower to the white, and I didn't like the way it came out. Meaning I had the whole orange piece, and then I sewed these two to that. And I didn't like how it came together in the middle. It kind of puckered and it looked weird. So what I did was I just cut a line down the center of each flower to make it look like, you know, for one thing, it'll be easier to put together, although you're gonna have more pieces, or I'm gonna have more pieces. But this is how the first block would go, like that. Once it's some, oops, you can't see me, can you? Okay, let me pin it up here. Oh, come on. Don't fly away. Don't fly away. Let me get this up here and then you can see. All right. So that one up there is the first pattern piece that I put together. I hope you can see that because there's anyway, so that's the first piece. And then what I do is I'll sew each one in a block form. So my plan is to do 5 across and 5 flowers across the top of the quilt, and then in 10 by 10 squares, and then let's see, probably 6 flowers down. And I think that'll be a good size quilt for her couch. I think it'll be beautiful, and I hope she loves it too. So that's what I'm gonna do, and that's how I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna cut out all the little white pieces, and I'm going to sew it together. In fact, I could probably, let me see, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna sew it together. That's another thing I gotta figure out how I'm gonna put it together. I haven't figured that one out yet, but it'll come to me. Okay, and so let me see if I can, how I'm going to do it. Yes, it's going to be interesting how I'm gonna put them all together, but I'll figure it out. I usually do, but it's gonna be like a maze trying to sew those together. Let me see if I can do it right now. Just for curiosity. See if I can do it on TV without blowing it. How's that? You're going, okay, now how is she gonna do that? Okay, so looking at it, I think what I'm gonna do is start off with this one. And then I'm gonna start off with, because I wanna do it in rolls, I think. Let me see. I gotta figure this one out. How am I gonna put this together? How are you gonna do this, Joan? That's the $25 million question. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is work on the center first. Work on this one first. We're gonna sew this one to this one. I do believe, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna start sewing this, construct this thing together on YouTube and see how it comes out. All right, so we got the first piece on, and then I'll go with this piece. So I'm going to sew these pieces together. Actually, I think I got to make it, you know, looks like I know what I'm doing, right? All right. So I'm gonna sew this on. See what I did. Okay, so that goes there. This one goes here. It's $1 million question. How are we gonna put these together? I'm not gonna backstitch just in case I have to take it out. See? So as you can see, I didn't even work on this part, constructing it. I just drew out the lines, didn't I? So this one is a little shy. There, isn't it? Oops. I want to make it look. All right, let's see. This is all the what's in the pudding, you know? Okay, did she do it right? Let's hope she did. Now I could sew it like this. No, I don't think so. I think what I want to do is sew it this way, then flip it up that way. Okay, so let's see how that works. I don't know. And I want to figure it out. I want to figure it out on TV, so I know. Be quiet, Joan. Okay. All right. This is going to have to go this way. Let's see how it works. So I didn't buy a pattern for this. I know there's patterns out there that you can buy, but I didn't. But you can. I like to just make up my own patterns to see how it's going to come out. All right, there you go. It needs to be trimmed. Let me see, and I'll press it. I'll iron it down. Is that on it? I'll iron it down so you can kind of get an idea. I didn't, one thing I didn't do is after I sewed them all together, I don't need two glasses. After I sewed it together, I should have trimmed them, and I didn't trim them. So let's wait for that to heat up. So yeah, so that's what I came up with. That's my design. Excuse me, but I usually make up my designs. Anywho, for all my, I mean, I'll see it and then I'll try putting it together without using someone else's design. Try to figure it out. All right. So here's the first pattern right there. And that's without trimming. I should have trimmed it. You know, obviously this is off, so that'll have to be trimmed. And that sort of thing. But it just kind of gives you an idea of how the flower is going to go, how it's going to look. I will put it right here so you can see it better. And obviously this will be number 1. And that'll be number 1. So I will make all my patterns that way, and then when I'm done, I will border them in the off-white, and each one will have a little square in the middle of the color I'm going to use, the back, or orange, and voila. So I think that came out cute, and I think it'll come out really cute when I'm done. So in the meantime, I wanted to do a fabric share with you real quick. I did come across some more fabrics yesterday at the fabric discount store that I go to. And so this one was 50 cents, and I don't know, maybe it's the size of a fat quarter, maybe a little less. I went with it because it's purple and teal colors. I think there was 2 of those. Yeah, 2 of them. This one is a brown. It kind of looks like weeds growing out of, you know, weeds. It looks like weeds. Brown grass. That's what it looks like, brown grass. But I like it. It's the texture. I like the texture, you know, especially if you're gonna be doing like, if I do, like I did a Winnie the Pooh quilt, and then I did another quilt that, let me see if I have this. Let me see if they're in here. I know they're up there, but let me see if they're down here, in here anywhere. I don't know. They might not be, but I did a Winnie the Pooh quilt, and then I also did Uncle Remus. And when I do quilts like that, I'm looking for fabrics that represent, you know, grass and that sort of thing. Anyway, I can't find it in there. It's not in there. This one is Hawaiian fabric. You know, it's not a whole lot of it, but it can be used, and you know, it just has palm trees on it. Pretty cute stuff. I have a lot of Hawaiian fabrics. Here's some yellow, swirly yellow. There's 2 of those. These were 50 cents each. And then this one is just leaf pattern. You know, it's like a burgundy on teal sort of thing. 50 cents. There's a couple of those in different colors. But what I got for $4 is about 4 yards of this Oriental fabric. I didn't even really look at it when I was at the fabric store, but I saw it and I thought, oh, why not? You know, why not? It's teal and greens, and it has dragons on it. It has dragons on it. But the funny thing is, it will look good in my living room because I have the teal and the orange, and I have a lot of Oriental decoration in my living room. So I'm going to cover pillows with this, my living room pillows. I thought that would be really cool. So this is it. I don't know if you can see it. I really like it. Not that I'm into dragons, but I thought it was cool design. This one is going to be more pillows. It's Oriental, you know, red with gold and Oriental writings stuff. I thought that would be good to go with it. 2 throw pillows. And then this one, I thought this would be cute for a small accent pillow. And what it is those, like those little China dolls that you get, the stack dolls. Isn't that cute? I love that. Yeah, I love that. So I thought that would be a good, you know, like a little small, you know, pillow as an accent pillow in my living room. Maybe 1 or 2, because I have like 3 couches, so I thought it would be cute just to make, you know, some small square pillows, just accent pillows for my living room. And then I also got some leaf pattern like this. And then there was some other, this pretty blue flowers and purples and greens, and you know, obviously it's Oriental, but it's really pretty. Boy, I don't know if you can see it. The light isn't that great in here, is it, today? Anyway. There we go. There you go. That's pretty good, huh? And so yeah, I just picked up a few fabrics. I was really kind of picky this time. There was a lot more there, but a lot of it was upholstery fabric, which I don't need. I have a ton. And they didn't, sometimes I'll go in with, you know, ideas like, I have 2 rolls over there in my corner of vinyl, and one is dark brown and one is kind of like a brown burgundy color, or brown mauve color, I guess you could say. And that would be good for like small purses, like clutch purses. And then I also have 2 other rolls of fabric for backings of fabric, but it's actually, I think, curtain fabric. And one is like very historical, back in the maybe late 1800. It's a picture, you know, of kids or something playing. And the other one is just a Hawaiian print. And so, and I got each one of those rolls for like $5 each. And there's lots of yardage on them. So, I don't know. I hope, hopefully I'll use them. I did use the brown one once on a quilt. And so anyway, you know, it's hard for me to pass up a good deal. I have a problem with that, especially when it comes to fabrics. And I think, you know, I don't know about you, but I literally, when I see fabric, I think, oh, what can I do with this? I mean, like this one, before I thought of my pillows, this one, before I thought of doing pillows, I thought, maybe I can make a jacket out of that. That would be kind of a cool, you know. Have you seen those jackets? They kind of look like quilted jackets. And so I was thinking, well, that would be kind of fun to have like an oriental jacket to wear. I don't know. It would be fun to kind of dive into that, see? Oh, and then you can use my Viking machine here, my embroidery machine, and do some embroidery work on it too. So, I don't know. Lots of possibilities. And that's what I like about this, you know, working with textiles, different types, you know, purses and quilts and covering your pillows. You could even make rugs out of all this fabric, like rag rugs, which I haven't done yet, but it would be a possibility to do. So anyway, I enjoyed visiting with you today. If you liked my video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, make a comment. I'm always waiting for comments. I like to see them come on in. You know, come on in. Come and visit me. If you'd like to come and sit and watch me sew or sew along with me, that would be awesome too. I have lots of machines here. But anywho, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.